Alright, this is a tutorial for sorting and subtotaling within Excel. So what we have here is the sales by salesperson and account data. Right now it's sorted by salesperson, and we want to sort it by salesperson and then by city. So to sort a set of data within Excel, if we want to sort all of our data, I'm going to click up here in the upper left corner, and that selects everything. And then I'm going to go up to the Data tab and go to Sort. When I click on Sort, it opens this window where it allows me to choose the columns that I want to sort by. It also has a box over here, which is checked, that says My Data Has Headers. If your first row of data is your header row, which mine is, make sure this box is checked. If you don't have a header for whatever reason, then you would uncheck the box. But we do want to keep it checked since our first row is headers. All right, so I want to sort first by salesperson, and then I want to add a level because within each salesperson, I want to sort by the city. You can add as many sublevels as you have columns. I'm going to add one more. So then within each city, I'm going to sort it by the dollars within that city. All right, so for each salesperson, it's going to sort all of their accounts by city. And then for accounts within the same city, it's going to sort by dollars. And this I'm going to tell it to sort the dollars from largest to smallest. These other two, salesperson and city, are both sorting from A to Z. I could change that and do it reverse if I wanted to. So when I say OK, it's going to sort my data for me. And I see here I've got everything for Andy. Andy's accounts go down to here. And then for all of Andy's accounts, they're sorted alphabetically by city. And then for cities where he has multiple accounts, they're sorted by dollars from largest to smallest. So the largest dollar account to the smallest, which these two accounts have $0. Right? So that means if I wanted to add a column for the new salesperson, I'm just going to click here and I'm going to type new salesperson so that you'll be able to fill in whichever new salespeople you want. And if I want to put grid lines around this column, just highlight all the way down to the end. And I can go up to my Home tab, click on Borders, and then I'm going to tell it to put all borders around. Okay, so that puts my grid lines there. Right? Now, when you put your new salesperson data in, once that's all filled in, you can go up and you can sort again. You can highlight all of this, go to Data and Sort, and then instead of by current salesperson, you can choose to sort it by new salesperson once you have data there. Right? I'm finished sorting for right now, but the next thing I want to do is I want to add subtotals. So I've got all of Andy's accounts grouped together, but I want to see his dollars total. So Excel has a nice feature that will automatically give you subtotals for whatever part of your data you choose. So I'm going to go to the Data tab, and then down here at the end of the Data tab, I have Subtotal as an option. So I'm going to click on Subtotal, which opens up this new window. I want to total after each change in salesperson. So the default here is customer, but I'm going to say after each change in the current salesperson, I want to sum, and I want the subtotal to be for the $2018. I can also choose to add the subtotal for the $2017. I don't want to subtotal the new salesperson column, which Excel checked as a default, so I'm going to uncheck that. So again, every time the salesperson changes, I want to sum up the 2017 and 2018 dollars. All right, and then I'm just leaving these as the defaults. Replace any current subtotals, which there aren't any. I don't need to put a page break between groups, but you can if you want. And then I do want my summary to appear below the data. So when I say OK, I'm going to see, when I scroll down to the bottom of Andy's section, how Excel has added dollar totals in for me for both 2017 and 2018. All right. Once you put your new salesperson data in, you can go back up to the subtotal field, and instead of the change in the current salesperson, you can choose whenever the new salesperson changes. You want to add the subtotal, so you can just redo it at that time. The last thing I'm going to do is just clean up this spreadsheet a little bit before I send it over to you, and I'll keep recording just to show you some formatting options. So these two columns are dollars, so I'm going to highlight both of them, and I'm going to go up here to my Home tab, and I'm going to tell them that these are currency fields, so they put the dollar signs in there. I also don't need to show the cents, so I'm going to use this to reduce my decimal points. So now I've got my dollar columns. If I want these to be center justified, I can just highlight them and hit my center button. Same with my salesperson columns, I can center those. And if I want to make sure that this is print ready, I'm going to go up to page layout, and I'm going to change the orientation to landscape. And then I'm going to view my page break preview. And it's going to show me that it put a page break here. I'm just going to drag that over so that everything is on one page. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the column headers, my header row, appear on each page. So to do that, I'm going to go to page layout, and I'm going to expand the options for page setup. And over here on the sheet tab, where it says rows to repeat at top, I'm just going to click in that field, and then I'm going to click over here on the number 1, because that's the row that I want to repeat at the top of each page. If I wanted to repeat multiple rows, I could drag down and click multiple. But instead, delete that, and I just want row 1. And I'll say OK. And then when I do a print preview, I can see as I change pages here, every page has the header row on there. Right, so we have resorted our data, we have added subtotals, and we have made our spreadsheet print friendly. And that's it for today.